Hello, YouTube. It's Black Tiger Miner here. Welcome you guys back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. Kaspa is going to bounce soon. So remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. And I do have some videos I was going to go through that was going over some of the numbers and some of the information from Kaspa. There is some new details about Rust I was going to talk about, and then we'll click to the video. So first, as you can see, Kaspa's down 7.4. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get to the numbers. So for the hour, Kaspa's down 0.5. For the week, Kaspa's down 7.6. And for the month, Kaspa's down 28.5. So if we look at, let's see, Live Coin Watch is saying it's down 0.73 in the last hour, down 6.44 in the last 24 hours, down 8.52 in the last 7 days, down 37.3 in the last 30 days, and up 237.4 in the last 90 days. So again, it's staying solid, right? We haven't dropped below 1.7 since March. So it's doing pretty good. It's staying pretty consistent there. So that's not a problem. When we look at the Explorer block, current supply is 18.5 billion. TPS is transactions per second is 1.0, and the BPS is blocks per second, still 1.0. Total mined is 63.92%. 23 days left into the next reduction, so it's coming fast, guys. And then we'll look at the Twitter page. Remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. So here, today, the latest update is more information about Rust provides a window into the ongoing progress with beta target of 2 to 3 weeks. Read the details. So if we go to the detail page, 2 to 3 weeks estimate timeline. Rust rewrites, also known as the Rusty Kaspa. It is a major engine upgrade for Kaspa. As a result, everyday users can expect faster, more stable, more secure experience. Think of it as swapping out an old engine in your car for a newer, more efficient one. The car runs smoother, faster, and is more reliable and uses less fuel. Similarly, Kaspa, Rusty Kaspa should make transactions quicker and more reliable, reduce the possibility of system crashes, and make the whole platform more secure for cyber threats. A recent update from Shy was Bronsky. Forgive me if I said the guy's name wrong. I'm first time even seeing it. Provides in the window upcoming progress of the Rusty development. Kaspa Fiends Rust update. Are you waiting on? You're waiting on. It's finally here. Before diving into details, let me know that while Michael Shutton asked me to communicate how the efforts are going, I haven't actually written a single line of code. It's interesting that he's making the update, but whatever. But I'll kick to the video for you guys. So the first video is Crypto Galaxies talking about a Kaspa whale, and second is price predictions. So let's get to it. Yeah,
Buying
so we can see here.
$500,000 worth of Kaspa. So far, he's already bought $350,000. Here's a screenshot that he is using from MEXC. He has 15 million Kaspas, $350,000. Now, obviously, there's no way to prove that this is legit, but it's pretty realistic considering that these are decent looking screenshots. He said already 300K in, and in the next few days, I'll enter in Kas again. If you retweet, blah, 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 I'll do it. So this guy, Vasil, is probably just one of the early Bitcoin investors, and apparently he has a lot of money. So he's interested in Kaspa, which is good for Kaspa. The whales are getting into it now. So you see these little pumps right here. This is all from that guy, that Bitcoin whale who is buying a lot of Kaspa. He's got 300,000 bucks worth. It's causing these green candles. Now, in my opinion, Kaspa price definitely has to come down a bit. I think it's pretty overpriced. It's clearly on a downtrend. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty bullish on Kaspa long term, but just speaking short term, obviously we're getting lower highs and we're getting lower lows. So the next level I'm looking for Kaspa to catch is going to be about 1.7 cents. And then if we break down through that, it'll come back down to like 1.4 cents. So I'm going to set up a buy order to get more Kaspa at like 1.7 cents, and then I'll buy some more later at 1.4 cents. I think we have plenty of time to keep buying Kaspa. I was hoping that the recent listings on Uphold and KuCoin and BitGet would pump it to the moon, but because Bitcoin is going down and Ethereum's going down, pretty much all the cryptos are going down at this point. So Kaspa, because it pumped a lot so much already, it's got to have a cool off as well. So just looking at the big picture, I think Kaspa is going to kind of bounce up and down like this for quite a few weeks, maybe a few months. And then by the end of the summer, probably going to start curving upwards again and come back to all-time highs. And that's when I think it's going to fly. So I'm targeting the 1.5 cent range to just buy a whole bunch of more Kaspa and get ready for the next all-time high. It makes sense that Kaspa is dumping right now because most of the volume is coming on TXBit. And the thing about TXBit is that they're the first exchange that listed Kaspa. So there's people who got into Kaspa super early. I mean, we're talking 20 million market cap. So these people are up in like, 100x profit, maybe 50x profit. They've made millions of bucks. So that's why all the volume is coming on TXBit. So it's cool. We just got to shake out some of the early whales from Kaspa, and we're going to have a healthy correction. And I believe Kaspa will continue to pump. We also have the $4 million of volume from Mexi, and that's from that, the Kaspa whale that I showed you on Twitter. And obviously, the good news we got here is KuCoin. We got listed on KuCoin. We also got listed on BitGet, and we got listed on Uphold. Now, we're not going to see Uphold listed on CoinMarketCap because they're technically not an exchange. They're just like an asset platform for other crap. So Uphold is really bullish for Kaspa. This is the first American regulated place where you can buy Kaspa. So if you're in the USA, I strongly recommend trying Uphold. You can get Kaspa on there. Now, just note that the withdrawals for Kaspa are not enabled yet. I think they're still working on it. So it's a bit of a red flag, but I'm not too worried about it long term. They'll get the withdrawals enabled eventually. So the thing about Kaspa that I'm saying is that we're eventually going to become a Binance listing. We're going to become a Coinbase listing. We're going to become an OKEX, Crypto.com, Gemini, Kraken, and listing on every other major exchange. These are really bullish signs for Kaspa. We're super early. We haven't been in a bull run yet. And I think that in the next bull run, we're going to be getting listed on Coinbase and Binance. We're still super early in Kaspa. I'm still planning to buy a lot more Kaspa when it dips.
As he's mentioning, we are still very early on Caspa, so don't quite throw the bag in yet. Still continue to, I would say, dollar cost average in, buy small portions as it continues to go down. At some point, it's going to bounce back and bounce back hard as people pick up and understand what Caspa is doing and start supporting the project. So let's go to the second video, which is technicals from Crypto Blocks. Let's see what he has to say. Let's run this, and I'll be back in a second.
So close to that weekly RSI resetting here. Right now we're at a 1.9 and a 7.72, okay? I believe we might have a little bit more down here before we come up. And the reason for that basically is if we go over to Bitcoin, all right, and look at this thing. Let's zoom out here, okay? There is if we look back through here on the weekly, okay, number one, there is no support through here. There's no reason this thing should get hung up right here, okay? If we look back through support for this thing, once again, this is on the weekly chart, right? There's nothing through here to hold Bitcoin here, okay? So it has no reason, number one, to bottom out here. I believe it's going to pull down to that, 24.3 to $25,000 area here before we get this bounce out of here. Now, if we go over to the DXY, I want to show you this. This all this ties together, okay? This DXY on the weekly right now. Look at that RSI on it down there at the bottom. Okay, this thing has just reset, all right, and is heading up. Now, we know with a rising dollar means a falling Bitcoin and a falling crypto market, okay? I expect this thing to retrace, hopefully up. It gets rejected up here at this 702 level, up at 103.8, and then hopefully rolls over from there. If we look at it on the daily chart, it's getting pretty high, okay, on that RSI. So at some point here, this thing is going to take a tumble, okay? I believe that's when Bitcoin is going to get its bounce. But in the meantime, as this thing rises, I believe it's going to pull Bitcoin down to that $25,000 level that we're looking at, okay? So right now, in the meantime, this thing could get a bounce through the rest of the day. I'm doing this video on Sunday at 5 o'clock on the eastern coast of the United States. So like I said, in the meantime, this could get a bounce. If we go through the smaller time frames, like the 4 hour is overextended on this thing. It needs a correction. The higher time frames, the 12 hour is still on its way up, okay, and the 8 hour. I'm not saying it couldn't bounce from here. Anything's possible. That's just how this market goes. But there's just no support through here to grab it, okay, to hold this thing up right now. Okay, it's like um, you know, building a house. You can't build a whole house with a couple boards, okay? The main structure is down here for this thing, right? That's where so this zone through here that I have marked out, there's nothing in here to catch this thing, all right? Now, if we go back to Kaspa, if the Bitcoin pulls down, obviously this thing is going to pull down, okay? One of the nice things is we're forming this falling wedge, which is definitely one of my favorite patterns to trade with. Okay, this thing, I love falling wedges. All right, if it's going the other way, if it's a rising wedge, that's just bad news. All right, them things break down 9 out of 10 times. Falling wedges seem to break to the upside. About 80% of the time. So we could get that fake out to the bottom here and then the bust back up through. Let's look at the smaller time frames, like the 4 hour. Okay, let me see here. I was saying that we could possibly do something like this on the last video. Let me grab my pen here. Okay, this thing could come down, grab this support back to the left there, and then bounce back up through here. Okay, that'd be the most logical thing for me seeing come out of here. You see a lot of fake outs to the downside with these falling wedges. A lot of times they'll break through the structure, get people to sell the market, and then they'll bounce back up through and take off. All right. Kaspa has that major support right through here. Okay. So it could pull down to this zone, could only pull down to this zone here at 0.017 down to the, what is it, 0.014. All right. Anywhere in this area is fantastic support for this thing. Okay. I'm not saying it cannot hold up right here, but that 4 hour, you can see the 4 hour RSIs the whole way at the top. If we go through the 12 and the 8, the 12 is getting about 3/4 of the way up, and the 8 hour is getting near the top here, okay? But the daily and the weekly on this thing are just reset. You can see the daily down at the bottom there. That thing is just reset and ready to head up. And that weekly, that's the two we want to pay the most attention to right now, okay? And that weekly is just about reset on this thing. I want to show you some volume and stuff that's going on right now with Kaspa. You can see right here, the volume is up 44%. So there's definitely some buyers stepping in right here. Okay, 44% volume, up $13 million in the last 24 hours. All right, now you can see why I get confused on this thing sometimes. CoinMarketCap has it ranked as number 216. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they do that, but if you go to the top 100 cryptos, 400. What's our market cap? 406 million. Let's take a look here real quick. 406 million would put us where? It's in the bottom half here, but still it's in the top 100. It would put us up with Flare, Flare's at 414. Thorchain is at 385. So it would put us at number 91. I don't understand why it has it ranked as 216. But let's go over the news here. And the Kaspa news, not a lot out there right now. The new exchange listing on Uphold was on May 11th. On May 9th was BitGet. Then it went down through KuCoin. That's one I love on May 5th there. I do a lot of trading on KuCoin. Love KuCoin. If we go over to the Twitter account here, seen something pretty cool here earlier. Kaspa accepted here. King's Cross Hotel in Istanbul, Turkey. You can pay there with Kaspa to rent a room there now. So I thought that was kind of cool. Go down through here. Thanks for the warm welcome on Uphold, and thanks for making crypto more accessible to the masses. Kaspa tweeted that out to Uphold. It says here, we're committed to bringing you new projects to discover, like Kaspa currency.
Information about the hotel and the information about the listing to Uphold. So I'm just waiting to see if there's any other new news coming down the line or how things are going today. Let me know which exchange you think. He did mention KuCoin, and Uphold. Let me know what exchange you're using and how you like it. And if there is any other exchange or process. I currently use TradeOgre. I move tokens from different exchanges to TradeOgre and then put it back to the wallet. Also, remember, do not store your currency in an exchange. Move it out to a wallet. And this is Black Tiger Miner signing out on this Monday. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and coming back and watching our videos. Kaspa community is pretty strong and going to get stronger. So don't give up just yet. Hold on and let us know what you think. And this is Black Tiger Miner signing out. Have a good day, and let's get back to the money.